Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here.
What's up?
Miami's like that. It's a movie.
Diddy, can't you see? Oh man, this situation is all bad. They raided both his homes in Miami and LA, hijacked his plane, handcuffed his kids, and so much more to come of this. It's far from over. Getting raided by the feds or Homeland Security is top tier level, and they mean business for real. Who else has been raided by the feds before? T.I. The tipster was up to no good. Back in 2007, his home was raided by the feds and was arrested on federal weapons charges. T.I. had all kinds of crazy illegal guns. He had machine guns, silencers, AR-15s, AK-47s, yo, he had his own personal gun store the way he was packing. Pause. And the arrest happened the night of the BET Awards. The reason T.I. got caught was because of his former bodyguard. His bodyguard had caught another case and had now become an informant. T.I. had given his bodyguard $12,000 to buy the guns. But the thing is, T.I. is already a felon and can't own guns because of his felony drug charges from 1998 of possession of crack with intent to distribute. The bodyguard had set up the meeting for T.I. to get the guns in the shopping center parking lot, and that's where the cops showed up and arrested him. A search warrant was issued and the federal agents searched T.I.'s home where they were able to find more guns. He ended up serving 1 year in prison, and after getting out had to pay $100,000 in fees and was on a 3-year probation. His reason for getting all the guns was because his friend had got killed in a drive-by, which T.I. was also in the car as well. He says the bullets were meant for him, and that's what raised his safety concerns. DJ Drama and DJ Cannon. They may have took a big hit for hip-hop, especially the mixtape DJs. In 2007, Drama was arrested under the RICO laws for bootlegging and racketeering. They were charged with a Georgia law that made it illegal to sell CDs without putting a name or address on it, and this was how they enforced copyright laws. Because this was at a time when mixtapes was popping, where an artist could take any instrumental, let's say the hottest song at the time, and they could just rap all over it and sell it as a mixtape song or a tape with a bunch of other instrumentals. The problem is, these producers and beat makers, songwriters, etc., they weren't getting paid for any of these mixtapes being sold on the street or legally downloaded from programs like Napster or LimeWire. The feds had raided his Atlanta studios looking for guns and drugs, but ended up finding more than 81,000 CDs, which they took along with his studio equipment, his cars, his hard drives, and bank statements. Unfortunately, this was now the end of the era to the mixtape game, and Drama and Cannon were the fall guys for the whole industry of people doing it. But that didn't stop the flow, cause he is doing A&R, and his music label is popping off with Lil Uzi and Jack Harlow. Irv Gotti. Back in 2003, the FBI raided Irv Gotti and the Murder Inc. office. The reason being is the FBI believed that Irv and Murder Inc. were running a money laundering operation for Kenneth Supreme McGriff, who was a big drug lord at the time. The FBI had took $30,000 in cash, computers, documents, CDs, files, basically anything that was gonna show financial ties to McGriff. They were trying to figure out if Murder Inc. was funded by the drug lord. The only money connection that Irv stated was true was when he spent $300,000 to help make Murder Inc.'s first movie, Crime Partners, which McGriff helped to write and produce the movie as well. The FBI also alluded to McGriff dropping bags of cash to the Murder Inc. office, and that the $75,000 Range Rover truck that Irv bought from McGriff was in exchange for drug cash. The feds have a 98% conviction rate, but Irv Gotti and his brother were able to defeat them in court. The case lasted for 2 years, and Irv had spent $10 million in legal fees fighting the government. But Irv is one of the rare ones that fought the feds and won, and lived to fight another day. Ralo. Yo, what's wrong with these rappers, man? They be making themselves hot. Ralo was raided 3 different times, and this fool didn't take warning from the first 2? Wow. His apartment complex was raided first. Ralo owns an apartment complex where he put his friends in to live, so they have somewhere to stay. The second raid happened on a private plane Ralo was on when they were returning from California back to Georgia. The FBI caught Ralo on camera transferring 37 packages wrapped in holiday paper to his van. Shortly after leaving the airport, they were stopped and the FBI found 520 pounds of weed in the van, worth about $1 million. They were arrested but eventually let go. Yo, this fool went on Instagram and made a post saying, "Have you ever lost $1 million at one time? Like, come on bruh, shut your mouth, dog." The feds had got another tip that Ralo was making another run. Right when the plane landed, they were arrested and they found 444 pounds of weed worth about $840,000. God damn. You see, this nigga did not learn from the first two raids. During the bond hearing, they said undercover officers bought drugs and weapons from Ralo's apartment complex. Ralo ended up serving 6 years in prison, but he's out now living his life and hopefully staying out of trouble. Listen, I've been in trouble with the cops before, but the feds? I don't want none of that in my life. But all these guys were way too close to the fire. But Irv was the only one to survive them so far. Diddy? I don't know if he's gonna beat all these allegations because they just keep piling up every day as we speak. Man, is the diddler gonna survive? We shall see. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. It's your boy Top, and I'll be back.